Tamara with Wyoming Dutch Oven Cooking. Welcome to our cooking channel and welcome to our kitchen. Of course, we're back here in Wyoming and it's cold, so we're going to do our YouTube video today inside, and it's a perfect way to show you whatever we do outside, we can also do inside. And what we're doing today is country style pork ribs. Boy, does that sound good on a cold day. And I'm going to do it in my 7-quart Enamel Dutch oven. And I have about 3 to 4 pounds of boneless pork ribs that I've got in here already. They're all thawed. And I've made up a rub that I'm going to put on it. I'm going to evenly coat it completely, put the lid on it, and then bake it in the oven at 325 for an hour and a quarter. And while that's baking, I'm going to be making a barbecue sauce to put on it, which is a really great barbecue sauce. It's really, really fun. And you can use it on chicken also if you don't want to use it on pork. Okay, we'll be with you shortly, and I'll be showing you what I'll be doing. Rub-a-dub-dub, that's what I'm doing. Oh, and this rub is excellent. It's got a lot of wonderful spices going on.
Yeah, you gotta get it coated really well, huh?
Yes, you do. We sure hope you enjoyed this with us today. We're having a wonderful day. Of course, it would be great if we were outside, but you know, we're not going to complain. And you know, you put a generous amount on this because it's going to be cooking into these ribs. As you can see, these are very nice, boneless, not much fat on these ribs. Okay, so that's that for that step. I'm going to put them in the oven, and then you'll be joining me here in a little bit, going on to the next step. Okay, while my ribs are cooking, I'm going to be starting on my barbecue sauce because it's going to simmer for a while. And the first step is 1 can of root beer. And of course, we like the Barbeque root beer. This is really good root beer. And what you do with this is you put it on the stove and you slowly bring it up to a boil. And you want it to boil at a slow boil for about 20 minutes. Till it kind of condenses and reduces a bit. So I'm going to be doing that, and while that's going on, I'll be telling you the next step I'll be doing. Okay, I simmered my root beer for about 20-25 minutes at a slow boil, and it reduced a bit. Now I'm going to add the rest of my wonderful ingredients. This is one of the best barbecue sauces. Like I told you, you can use this barbecue sauce on chicken. Really good beef spare ribs is really, really good, or short ribs, I guess is what you call them. Really good, isn't it, my husband? He loves it.
Yeah.
Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'll show you adding the rest of these ingredients. A couple tablespoons of Dijon mustard. Tablespoon of Worcestershire sauce. Tablespoon of vinegar. And I like the apple cider vinegar. It just really has a lot better flavor than your plain old white vinegar. But whatever your choice is, whatever you have on hand. And then we're going to add a cup of your favorite barbecue sauce, which we love, the Alpine seasoning. They also have a wonderful barbecue sauce, and it's called Alpine Touch Original. So we're going to go ahead and add that. And then a 4-ounce can of tomato paste. And then we're going to put this back on the stove and let this simmer again for about 25 minutes. Just let it slowly simmer. We hope you're enjoying this with us today. You know, this is Sunday, and on Sunday, my husband and I call it Bluegrass Sunday. They have the most wonderful radio station that is 101.
181.
181.
Back porch, and it's an internet radio station.
It's an internet radio station, and it's Back Porch Bluegrass, and boy, is it good. All right, I'm going to finish putting this together and stir it real well and put it on to cook. Okay, my ribs I cooked for 2¼ hours, no, excuse me, 1¼ hours, and they are nicely done. But we're going to go ahead and put about half of this barbecue sauce on, and I'm going to keep the rest of it and keep basting them as they're cooking, because we're going to cook them for another hour without the lid on. Boy, does this smell wonderful. If you had smell-o-vision, my goodness.
And you put those ribs on in the cold oven, right?
Yes, what I did is I always, when I'm cooking with my Dutch oven, is I put my ribs in there, put them in the oven, and then turn my oven on. I do not preheat it. What that does is it just kind of warms up your cast iron in case it's cold, and it just works really great. And then you start timing it when your cooking time after it reaches up to temperature.
All right, back in the oven again.
Yes. I love it. My husband, the cameraman, helps me with all these things. Well, our country-style ribs got done, and boy, did they look wonderful. And what we're going to do today is have a wonderful tossed salad to go with it and a glass of our fine wine. You know, we also make homemade wine, and this is our rhubarb wine from last summer, from our rhubarb. We sure hope that you enjoyed this with us today, and please subscribe. Hit that like button and leave a comment. We love comments. And if you hit that little icon bell up at the top, it tells you that every Tuesday we have another wonderful fun video coming out. And of course, our motto is great food shared with family and friends equals great times. Until we meet again,